Where's it going to take the union?
The Member Action Program is being launched today because we want to do politics differently, and we want our union to be able to influence decisions that are being made in governments and in political parties to make sure that the issues that our members care about are addressed. And over the last several years, we've seen our sisters and brothers in the United States run a very, very successful program which they called COPE. And it's really put SEIU on the map in the United States. It's really brought political power to the membership, and it's really made a difference in terms of electing a new president and now making real changes in healthcare and labor laws that are going to affect their lives. And so we've looked south and said we can learn a lesson here about really engaging our members in politics, about raising some money to make sure that we have the resources that our opponents have, and to be able to move the agenda to change things to make our members' lives better.
You mentioned raising money through the MAP program. Now, we know that political parties can't contribute to federal politics. Is there a way that you can raise money from your members and contribute to federal politics that way?
The laws are different in each province, and so at the federal level we won't be making contributions directly because it just isn't permitted under the law. In some provincial places it is permitted, but there's lots of other ways that we can impact politics without giving direct contributions to the members, and we want to use that money to put our issues on the table and to promote those issues and to make sure that the politicians are noticing them, not at election time, but every day between elections as well. And so the rules are very different here than they are in the United States, and our program is different than what our sisters and brothers, but the idea is the same. We're raising money and involving our members in a way that we haven't before to do what we haven't done before, which is to move the agenda.
Many workers in Canada tend to take their unions for granted. They get a job and they become union members and they don't think very much about it. You want to change that attitude, don't you?
Yeah, we want to really get into workplaces and talk to our members about the things that matter to them, and to do that not just from a staff level or the national office, but member-to-member engagement about what's happening in the workplace, about what's happening in the community, and about what we can do to change it.
Do you have targets and objectives that you're going to try to achieve in order to tell you that you're on track?
Yes, we're looking to have 2.5% of our membership sign up as a $5 a month contributor this year, and then we want to grow the program over time with 10% by 2010 and 30% by 2016. So this is a long-term project that should change the face of our union. It should change the face of politics in Canada, and it should lead to lasting change.
Those are ambitious targets. Who is going to lead that campaign, Heather? People like you?
I think that the campaign will only be a success if everybody is leading it, and that means that we engage the staff and our executive boards and our leadership here today, but we're looking for people all through the union at every level to become member leaders, to talk to their colleagues and their co-workers about the program. So I'll be certainly a resource for that, but the leadership has to come from everybody.
Will you be trying to inspire people by pointing to the success of SEIU in the States and helping Obama get elected, or is it going to be something more micro than that, more local in terms of people's involvement?
I think that people want to see the big picture, but they also want to see what affects them in their daily lives. For sure, we're going to talk about Obama. I mean, what a success story, and what an amazing place to position our union in the States as a voice that's heard in the White House. That's a story that we have to tell, for sure. But I think people also want to see changes to home care, and they want to see contractors acting responsibly towards the cleaners who work in the buildings, and they want to see those real changes that affect their lives. So sure, we want to dream the big dreams, but we also need to work for changes that really affect our members' lives.